an ugly game to close it out. You just flush it and move on. Is there anything you take from it? Is there anything you don't take from it? I mean, give us the final.
You definitely flush it. It's funny, saw Howie in the locker room after, and one of his assistants was loading up something on his iPad so he could watch it on the way home. And it was, I was thinking, I can't imagine he's watching this game. So I think the trade might be incoming.
Yeah, right.
Somewhere. No, you got to flush this thing. I don't, I mean, obviously you point out, look, there were 2 plays, and I talked about that with Nick as well. The Shaun Wade play, where that's things you do as a coach. You point out, all right, this guy gives up a completion, not good, misses a tackle, not good, but then responds, keeps chasing, keeps hustling, and then tears it away, strips the football. So that's like a teaching moment. Like, forget about it. Go, all right, you made a mistake, go make up for it. And he did that on one play. And then Kelee Ringo as well with the DPI and setting up the Ravens inside, I think it was inside the 5, and then makes the great interception, responds to it. So those are little things as a coach,
I like Ty Robinson sack too. That was a nice play.
Yeah, Ty played pretty well. I said, don't give up on Ty too. I said that.
You were slightly prophetic before the game. I think it was before on the preseason. You said it a bunch last week, but on the pregame show, John, you were like, I think people were going too hard on Ty last year. Now I think they've gone too far the other way. Yeah. Boom, Ty delivers a pretty good performance. Nice job on Ty Robinson.
I thought he did well. By the way, I was impressed with Baltimore's 4th string quarterback, Joe Bagnano, out there processing. Maybe they'll cut him and bring him in. Any Joe Bagnano fans out there? That guy was undrafted kid out of UConn. He was pretty impressive when it came. Now, that was a bad throw, the Ringo throw across his body. And he had an open guy right away in the flat, and he didn't take it. So, I mean, young quarterback, but I was impressed. You know who else I was impressed by? Jacoby Lane.
Yeah, he's good. He's had a really good camp, I've heard.
A USC wide receiver.
Where was he drafted? What round?
3rd. He's big dude. He's like 6'4", so he's
6'4", 208. 3rd round, 80th pick overall.
Yeah, he looked good.
You know where people are going with that, right?
Yeah. They would say USC quarterbacks can't play. They'll say that about receivers. Well, Jacoby Lane can play. No, we got to see Mekhi get, and hopefully, I think there's a chance he'll be out there today. That'll be one of the biggest stories. But, and maybe things will start to ramp up. But overall, that's a lot of negative. But overall, yes, it doesn't matter because Jalen Hurts is not out there. Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Lane Johnson, Johnny Muntz. I'm going to throw Johnny Munt in there for he's so freaking important. My God, their tight ends can't block.
Could they make a move at that position, you think?
Yes. Unless you want to keep E.J. Jenkins, and I don't know if they can keep E.J. Jenkins. He's pretty good as a blocker, but he's too inconsistent, which is funny because he used to be a king-size wide receiver in college, and he transitioned and gained a bunch of weight, got stronger, physical. He can block, but I don't know how you can fit him on the team. And I think Cam Latu is a guy who can block, but he didn't play enough to really showcase it. But when they had Calcaterra and Stowers out there, it's like The Stowers pick is confusing to me. I said that when they picked him.
You said it before they picked him, John.
Yeah.
You were like, I don't like that fit.
I don't like that fit at all. Now that I see it, it's even worse than I imagined. I don't want to pick on him, but if PFF had 29 players, he was last. 29 players.
Jeez, was he really?
Yeah, dead last.
I don't even know. The thing that I struggle with is, I guess they're banking on him becoming a better blocker. But even if they picked him as a future pick to be like Dallas Goedert's replacement, I still don't like the pick. Like I don't.
I mean, if he turns into a mediocre blocker, and I don't think the upside is there for him to turn into George Kittle. But if he can turn into a Zach Ertz level blocker, then I think he can. Yeah, I think he could be fine long term. I think he will be fine long term. But with this particular running scheme and what you're asking out of the tight ends, it doesn't make a lot of sense in the short term, at least. But
yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with him. Obviously, we're hoping that he has a good career, but it's right now it is an interesting fit. I think Ertz is a good comp. Wasn't Ertz a bad blocker coming out in the draft?
Not this bad, but yeah, I mean, he was a legitimate tight end. But obviously he was known for his pass catching ability, and it was below average, but he was, not this is like this guy's not even a natural tight end moving from quarterback. This is like build up from ground zero. But if he can get up, and everybody says he's willing and he's got the frame to get stronger and add size. And I believe all that. He's a smart kid. Vandy, went to Vandy, finished at Vandy. I believe all that. But, it's going to be tough to get him on the field this year. I don't know if that's relevant or valuable anyway, but I mean, you're asking a lot out of Johnny Munt, who I think his career high is maybe 450 snaps. Like, this is not a guy who's ever played 700-800 snaps. And you don't really have a backup for Johnny Munt? Like, you should be pushing Johnny Munt off the roster.
Right. Who do you think would make it if the season started today and they had to make the 53-man? Who do you think it would be? Will they keep 4 or no?
Well, I think they have to, but again, you can, if you want to call Latu a fullback, you can, whatever you want to label him as. You got to keep Goddard, Munt, Stowers, and I would think Latu at this point.
Well, that's going to be interesting. We'll see what ends up happening.